Welcome to Ayurveda PSC Notes. This session deals with Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana, second chapter, that is Apamargathanduleeya adhyaya. The contents of this chapter are the dravyas used for Panchakarma and the 28 medicated yawagus to cure diseases. So, the chapter begins with the drugs for Shirovirejana, and that is Apamarga Bija is mentioned first, and hence the name of the chapter is Apamargathanduleeya adhyaya. Apamargathandula means Apamarga Bija. Since the chapter starts with Apamarga Bija, the chapter is named as Apamargathanduleeya adhyaya. This chapter mainly mentions about the Antaparimarjana dravyas, that is the internal cleaning, or the dravyas used for Panchakarma is mentioned in this chapter. The first one is drugs for Shirovirejana. They are Apamarga Bija, Pippali, Marija, Haridra, Lavanadvaya, Jyotishmati, etc. are mentioned as the drugs for Shirovirejana. They are indicated in Gaurava, Shirashula, Pinasa, Ardhava, Bheda, Krimi, Apasmara, Kranadasha, Pramoha. So, the drugs for Shirovirejana is mentioned. Then the drugs for Vamana is mentioned. Madana, Maduga, Nimba, Pippali, etc. are mentioned for Vamana, and the indications are Kabha, Pitta, Amashe, Vyadi, and for Vamanartha. Madana, Maduga, Nimba, Pippali, etc. are mentioned for Vamana in Kapha, Pitta, Amashe, Vyadis and Vamanartha. Then the drugs for Virejana are mentioned. Trivrit, Tribhala, Dendi, etc. are mentioned as the drugs for Virejana. And the indications are Pakvashegada Vyadis and for Viregartha. Trivrit, Tribhala, Dendi, Nilini, Saptala, Vaja, etc. are mentioned as the drugs for Virejana, and they are indicated in Pakvashegada Vyadis and for Viregartha. Drugs for Asthabana are Dashamula, Bela, Snehas, Levanas, etc. are mentioned as the drugs for Asthabana, and they are indicated in Udavarta and Vibandha. So, the drugs for Dashamula we know Patala, Agnivandha, Vilya, Shonaga, Kashmirya, Shalaparni, Prishniparni, Didigdiga, Bela, Shodamshtra, Brihadi, etc. are mentioned for Asthabana. Including Snehas and Levanas are mentioned for Asthavana, indicated in Udavarta Vibandha. And drugs for Anuvasana, the above mentioned drugs of Asthabana can be used for Anuvasana also, and indication is for Marudakna or Vadahara. So, the drugs mentioned for Asthabana can be used for Anuvasana Vasti also, indicated in Marudakna or Vadahara. So, the Panchakarma, the drugs used for Panchakarma are mentioned in this chapter. So, the word Panchakarma itself is mentioned first in Charaka Samhita in this chapter, that is second chapter, 14th sloka, as Sangraha Panchakarmika. So, the word Panchakarma is first mentioned in Charaka Samhita in the second chapter, Apamargathanduleeya adhyaya, as Sangraha Panchakarmika, that is after mentioning about Anuvasana Dravyas, Sangraha Panchakarmika. These are all the Dravyas used for Panchakarmas. Then Tanyubastida Doshanam Snehasvedobhadanai Panchakarmani Kurvida Matra Kalau Vijarayan. So, after the doshas are brought about by Snehana and Svedana, Panchakarma is to be done thinking about Matra and Kala, or Panchakarma has to be administered looking into Matra and Kala. Then Yukti is detailed in this chapter, second chapter, Apamargathanduleeya adhyaya. It is mentioned as Matra Kalashraya Yukti Siddhar Yukto Pradishtida Tishtatyubari Yuktiknyo Drivya Jnanavadam Sada. That is, Yukti depends upon matra and kala, that is dose and time. And siddhar yuktau pradishtita. Siddhi means success of the treatment depends upon this yukti. Success depends upon yukti and yukti depends upon matra and kala. Tishtatyubiri yuktiknyo dravyajnanavadam sada. That is, a physician who is well versed in yukti is more superior than dravyajnanavada. That is, a physician who knows only about the medicines. So a physician who knows about yukti is more superior than a physician who knows only about dravyas. So yukti is detailed in this chapter. Yukti depends upon matra and kala, and siddhi, that means success of the treatment, depends upon this yukti. After mentioning the drugs for Panchakarma, then different yawagus are mentioned for different vikaras in this chapter. That is, yawagus in combination with different medicines are suitable for various diseases. Around 28 yawagus are mentioned in this chapter. The first one is Deepana or Shulakna Yavagu, that is Panchakola Siddha Yavagu. Panchakola means Pippili, Pippili Mula, Chavya Chitraga Nagara. Pippili, Pippili Mula, Chavya Chitraga Nagara, that is Panchakola Siddha Yavagu is used for Deepana or Shulakna. Then Pachana or Grahini. Dhaditva, Bilva, Charngeri. Dhaditva means Kabita, Bilva, Charngeri, Takra, Dadima, etc. Such aushadas are used for Yavagu for Pajana and Grahi. Then Vadaja Adhisara, Panchamuligi Siddhapeya. Panchamuligi is Legu Panchamula, Shaliparni, Prishniparni, Brihadi, Kandagari, Gokshura. So this Peya is used for Vataja Adhisara. Pitta Kabha Adhisara is Shalaparni, Prishniparni, Bela, Bilva, Dadima, etc. is used in Pitta Kabhaja Adhisara. Then in Rekta Adhisara, Chagapaya Ardodaga, Siddha with Hrivera, Utpala, Nagara, etc. is used in Rekta Adhisara. In Ama Adhisara, the Yavagu Siddha with Adivisha, Nagara, Dadima, etc. Adivisha, Nagara, etc. is used in Ama Adhisara. In Mutra Krichra, the drugs used are Shvedamshtra, Kandakari, Bhanida, etc. is used in Mutra Krichra. And for Krimikna Yavagu is Siddha with Vidanga, Pippeli Mula, Shigru, Marija, Takra, Savarchala Lavana, etc. is used for Krimikna Yavagu. Pipasakna Yavagu is Mridviga, Shariva, Laja, etc. Pippili, Madhu, Nagara, etc. drugs are used for Pipasakna. Then very important, Vishakni Yavagu is Siddha with Somaraji. Somaraji Siddha Yavagu is Vishakna. Somaraji Siddha Yavagu is Vishakna. Then for Brahmana, that is also important, Varaha Niryuha Siddha Yavagu is Brahmana. Varaha Niryuha Siddha Yavagu is Brahmana. Karshaniya Gaveduga, Brishta Gaveduga with Makshiga or Madhu is used for Karshaniya. Brishta Gaveduga with Makshiga for Karshaniya. Varaha Niryuha Siddha Yavagu for Brahmana. Then for Snehana, Sarpi Bahutila Lavana Siddha Yavagu. Sarpi Bahutila Lavana Siddha Yavagu for Snehana. And for Virukshana, Kusha Amlaga Niryuha, etc. is used for Virukshana. Shyamaga Kusha Amlaga Niryuga Siddha Yavagu is used for Virukshana. Then Kasa Hikka Shwasa Kabhapaha Yavagu is Dashamula Siddha. Dashamula Siddha Yavagu is Kasa Hikka Shwasa Kabhapaha. Pakwasha Rujapaha Yavagu is Yamage Madira. Yamaga Madira Siddha Yavagu is Pakwasha Gada Rujapaha. And Varcho Nirasyadi. Varcho Nirasyadi Yavagu is Siddha with Shaka, Mamsa, Tila, Masha. Sangrahigi Yavagu is Jambu, Amrasti, Daditva, Bilva, etc. Bedini is Kshara, Chitraga, Hingu, Amlavedasa Yavagu. Vatanilomini is Abhaya, Pipali, Mula, Vishwa. Krida Vyabadnashini Yavagu is Takra Siddha Yavagu. That is very important. Takra Siddha Yavagu is Krida Vyabadnashini. Takra Pinyaga Siddha Yavagu is Taila Vyabadnashini. Takra Siddha Yavagu is used for Krida Vyabadnashana. Takra Pinyaga Siddha Yavagu is used for Taila Vyabadnashana. Gavya Mamsarasa Amla Dadima etc. Siddha Yavagu is Vishamajwara Nashini. Vishamajwara Nashini Yavagu is Siddha with Gavya Mamsarasa and Amla Dadima. Khantya Yavagu is Yava in Yamaga, that is Krida or Kshira, Krida or Taila. Then Pipili Amlaga Srida Yavagu is Khantya in nature. Redo Margarujabaha, that is also important. Tamra Chuda Rasa Siddha Yavagu is Redo Margarujabaha. Tamra Chuda Rasa Siddha Yavagu is Redo Margarujabaha. Vrishya Yavagu is Masha Vidala Krida Kshira Sadhida Yavagu is Vrishya. Masha Vidala Krida Kshira Sadhida Yavagu is Vrishya. Mada Vinashini Yavagu is Ubodhiga Dadi etc. is Mada Vinashana Yavagu. Ubodhiga Dadi Mada Vinashini. Then Shut Hanti Yavagu is Apamarga Kshira Godharasa Yavagu. Shut Handi Apamarga Kshira Godharasa Yavagu. So the important ones are Deepana Shulakne Yavagu is Panchakola Siddha. And for Vadaja Adisara Lagu Panchamuligi Peya, and for Amadisara Adivisha Siddha Yavagu, Mutra Krichra Shvadramshtra Siddha Yavagu, Krimi Vidanga Siddha Yavagu, and for Visha Somaraji Siddha Yavagu, Brahmana Varaha Niryuha Yavagu, Karshana Brishta Gaveduga with Madhu Siddha Yavagu, Snehana Sarpitila Lavana Yavagu, Virukshana Shyamaga Kusha Amlaga Niryuha Yavagu, and Krida Vyabadnashana Yavagu is Takra Siddha Yavagu. Takra Pinyaga Siddha Yavagu is Taila Vyabadnashana. Vishamajwara Nashana is Gavya Mamsarasa Amla Dadima Yavagu. Vishamajwara Nashana Gavya Mamsarasa Siddha Yavagu. Redo Margarujabaha is Tamra Chudarasa Siddha Yavagu. Then Mada Vinashana Yavagu is Ubodhiga Dadi Siddha Yavagu. Then at the end of the chapter, about the qualities that a physician need to treat the patients are mentioned. Smrdiman Hedur Yuktiknyo Jidatma Pradipattiman Bishag Aushada Samyogesh Chigilsam Kartum Arhadi. That is Chigilsam Kartum Arhadi. The gunas that a physician need to treat are Smrdiman, that is a very good memory is essential. Hedur Yuktiknyo, that is one who is well versed in Hedu, the causes of the disease. Yukti, that means the Matra and Kala of is essential. The knowledge in Matra and Kala. Jidatma, self-control is essential. Pradipattiman, that is a presence of mind, is very essential for a physician to treat the patient through Aushada Samyoga. To treat the patient through combination of medicines. Smrdiman, Hedur Yuktiknyo, Jidatma Pradipattiman, Bishag Aushada Samyogesh Chigilsam Kartum Arhadi. So the second chapter, Apamargathanduleeya adhyaya, mainly deals with the drugs used for Panchakarma, and the 28 yawagus are mentioned for various diseases. So Charaka Samhita says Panchakarma as here as Shiro Virejana, Vamana, Virejana, Asthabana and Anuvasana. So these are the 5 karmas mentioned in this chapter, Panchakarmas. When the word Panchakarma is first mentioned in Charaka Samhita in this chapter, and also about yukti is explained in this chapter, and about the 28 yawagus. Thank you.